Well, against my own advice, I have installed iOS 27 Developer Beta 1 on my main iPhone 17 Pro, so that way you guys wouldn't have to. This thing is still extremely warm from that update because of how big it is, and of course this is a major update, so please install at your own risk. We don't know what kind of bugs we have, but I did it for you guys so we can play around with some of the new features, because we do have access to a good amount of them, but there's something iffy going on with this new Siri AI, which we also got to touch on. So let's go hands-on with some of the kind of headlining features, show you guys how it works in the first iteration with Developer Beta 1, and kind of go from there. Comment down below what you guys want to see next, what operating system you want to see things tested on, and exactly what use cases you want me to throw into some of our future content. Let's get right into it. But before we continue, if you guys do want to help out the channel and help us get to 1 million subscribers, consider subscribing to the channel if you like up-to-date Apple news and walkthroughs of all the new iOS 27 stuff. But now let's talk about the first feature, which is in the Photos app. Well, here we have it, everybody, the brand new iOS 27 Developer Beta 1. I'm running it on my iPhone 17 Pro. It's so new that my phone is still warm to the touch because, of course, this was a major upgrade. But to kind of show off exactly how big it was, you got to give yourself a decent amount of storage in order to get this installed and installed correctly. As you can see here on my 17 Pro, if I can just zoom in, we are at 13.7 gigs, so give yourself 25 to maybe 30 gigs of open storage in order to get this installed and installed correctly so there aren't any issues. The first thing you're going to notice is in your settings. So this happens, and this has happened in the background for forever when you do update, especially to a major update, and it's going to be indexing, which means that things are kind of revamping itself in the background and restoring itself. But you get a little prompt here in your settings app saying that indexing is in progress. Hopefully that means that Siri is right around the corner, because even though I have one of the iPhone 17 Pros that gets like the best or most powerful on-device type of experience with the new Siri, I still don't have access to it. You go into the Siri app or the Siri settings, you have the new Siri option, and then you're going to be asked to join a waitlist. So you go through a couple little prompts here, you join the waitlist, and at this point, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're waiting for Siri to take action, which means that the new kind of dynamic island Siri, all the things we saw, the in-app intents, cross-app actions, everything that they spoke about is not accessible quite yet. For instance, if I do just pull up Siri, I get the old Aura Glow that we've gotten for years with the Siri since iOS 18, so that is unavailable for right now, but I did want to show off and give you guys my hands-on on some of the other features that are already available with iOS 27 Developer Beta 1, the first one being in the Photos app. So we do have access to all those new tools in the Photos application. So for instance, let's pull up this photo right here. I was taking some thumbnails, of course, or thumbnail pictures. And if you go into your edit down here, which you've had for years, you do have the new tools section. So you tap into tools and you have the ability to clean up, extend, as well as reframe in this photo. And I've actually tested this and it works pretty decently. So if we start off with the cleanup, that one's been around for a while. So you got to give it a second to actually prepare to be cleaned up. And this, I guess it takes a little while. Okay, so now that it's ready to go, it says tap, brush, or circle what you want to remove, pinch and pan to zoom. So you can see that everything is right here. Let's go, maybe you have an auto section here. So you have the auto, you have fast, which is quick touch-ups, and then high quality for best detailed work. So it probably takes a little longer if you go with high quality. But for instance, if I want to maybe zoom in here and remove these guys, these little Pokeballs that I have up here, it'll take a second. We'll press clean up. And it should remove those out. You see a little loading bar happening, so that's also new, we're experiencing this kind of for the first time together. I just kind of wanted to see what was available. It is taking a little while. I thought it would be kind of instant, but again, it's all indexing, meaning that things are kind of falling into place and they're aligning themselves to hopefully run much smoother, because this is the best iPhone that is currently made, the iPhone 17 Pro. The fastest one with the most RAM, the highest chipset. So if it's working this slow on this one, I can't imagine on maybe a 15 Pro, which has a lesser one. But you can see it removed it and removed it pretty well. So if we zoom back out, you can see that it's completely gone out of there. We'll press a little check mark and now it's gone. So cleanup, it works well. We'll test it out with more options later on. We also have the extend feature. I haven't tried this one yet, but it allows you to pinch and zoom out or adjust the crop to add or move stuff of your style. So you can zoom in, zoom out, to add a little bit of reframe. So I'm going to press extend here and let's see how far it's going to let me extend. As you can see, the original photo is the non-blurry section. It's taking a second. As you can see, oh, a little error did pop up. Let's pick a different photo maybe, right? Because we already changed a little bit of this. So let's go maybe to this one or this one right here, or which one do we want to do? This one. So we'll go into the toolbar, go down to the toolbox. We'll go to extend. We'll zoom out just a little bit. we'll press extend, and let's see if it does allow it to happen this time around. So you can see some growing pains with the new version of iOS 27, Developer Beta 1. We'll give it a second to load up here. Interesting, it looks like it got stuck. To be honest, it's kind of stuck on that loading screen. Is it getting any closer? I don't think it is. So again, that doesn't seem to be working. We'll X out of there. We'll X out, and maybe we'll do the reframe. This one was one that I did get to work earlier. So this was kind of bringing the magic of spatial photos from the Vision Pro to your iPhone. So here it's ready to go. You can actually change the perspective, so I can drag it and do one of these. So I think this one's gonna be really cool. I can do a side view. So I can kind of do this. We'll reframe it. Let's see if this one works. But at least you get an idea of what it could look like. So you can see that the non-blurred out portion is a real portion of the photo that's being taken into account, and the blurry part is a part that's supposedly being filled in or reframed. It's going to be interesting to see what it does with this photo. As you can see, boom, it didn't work again. So again, some growing pains, everybody. Let's cancel. Let's maybe pick one more photo. I want to show you guys this in real time because I did get this one to work, but I'll show you guys the before and after if maybe this one doesn't work, but I did want to show it off. So if I turn this sideways, you can see that there is a little bit of a reframe. It gets rid of everything. It's going to reframe. You can get that little toolbar that's happening in real time. Hopefully it does change up. And as you can see, still no option there. So unfortunately that's not working, but let's go over here and I'll show you guys what the before and after actually looked like. So this is the original photo. Again, this is a screenshot of the photo itself. And if I go over to the side, this is what it looked like when I turned it completely. So it still kind of looks like me. Maybe it makes, I mean, I think it kind of pulled it off pretty decently. As you can see, the monitor gets extended as well. So it's kind of filling that in on its own. So the idea is pretty decent. It's just a matter of, again, this is the first developer beta, so there's gonna be a lot of growing pains, but at least you know that the tools, they're there for you to kind of test out whenever you need to. And then another cool thing with the Photos app is if we go into a video here, I'm gonna turn the volume down so it doesn't get distracting, you now have captions throughout your entire operating system that's auto-generated by Siri in the new Apple Intelligence. If you press play on any video, you get the little captions button. We'll press on. You can see that the language is turned on. You have a couple different options. Right now it only works with US. If I get out of there, you can see that you have a couple other options. You can change the style of it and everything, but you can see that we do have captions in real time. This is just a video in my photo library that I took earlier today, and it has very accurate captions. And you can see that it has a little kind of sparkle on there to let you know that it is being generated by the new Siri or Apple Intelligence in general. So next up, Apple started off with showing off a slider for the amount of liquid glassiness that you want to portray inside of your UI, because people kind of fall into different camps, right? They either like it a lot or they don't, or they want to go back to the old one. But if you go into your settings and go down to where it says appearance, you now have a liquid glass slider. This used to be a toggle. If you tap in here, you now have a slider which shows you how much opacity, how much liquid glassiness you want to do. You can slide this to kind of demo it to see what it looks like with different pieces of, again, different types of backgrounds as well, and see how it kind of fends that off or how it uses it. So I like to have it as clear as possible, but that's now a new option inside of iOS 27. A couple other things that I wanted to show off here is that Apple talked about Siri just being smarter and more helpful inside of your regular applications, like something like iMessage here, right? So for instance, this example, my mom sent me a house, a random house, and one of the cool things that actually takes place here is Apple's kind of assuming here that I just need to pay somebody this amount of money, so you have a shortcut to the Apple Cash application. So if I tap on that, it'll pull it up, and it'll ask me to send $10,000 or whatever the case may be when it comes to that. And you even have the split bill option right there, which is also already built in here. So we can split the bill. Again, right now split the bill is unavailable because visual intelligence is required for that, which I still don't have because we're on the wait list, but I'm excited to get my hands on those different kind of features, but that's not built in. So for instance, if somebody asks you, hey, what did you guys do this past weekend? Or can you show me the photos of what happened this past weekend? It'll pull up those photos for you to make it much more accessible for you moving forward. And then another piece, speaking of the split the bill, if we go into our wallet application, we got the new feature that we were talking about. So yes, split bill is available, but unfortunately, I still can't show it off. I will the moment that I do get access, but if you press a plus button here, we have the create a pass feature. So if you tap on here, of course, half of this relies on visual intelligence, so I can't show you how to automatically add it. But if you create a pass manually, you can then create any pass that you want and create it however you see fit. You tap in here, you change up the membership, you do whatever you need, and you add the color, the QR code, and it fits perfectly, which I love to see. And then if you do want to press continue, it'll let you know like, hey, you still don't have visual intelligence, so you can't just take a picture and turn that into whatever pass you want to create it into. And then quickly, one last thing I wanted to show off here is if you go to the camera application, it looks a little bit different here. The UI looks a little different. You can see you have your type of image generation up here, you have your flash and your live photo controls. You also have, if you go down here, you have this new button, which gives you even more control of all the different things that you have, so that's always good to know. Again, I don't have visual intelligence. Visual intelligence will live in here moving forward, so it remains yet to be seen what they're gonna do with camera control, funny enough, but the UI is a little bit different moving forward. And again, Apple said that things load up 80% faster, so if you go in here, I guess it is a little bit faster. Apple says that apps open 30% faster nowadays. So again, if I open up the camera app, I guess it opens up a little bit faster. If I open up Twitter, it's opening up faster. Spotify does open up. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to test that when you're dealing with milliseconds, but overall it does feel snappy. And even throughout the creation of this video, the phone has drastically cooled down because again, all the indexing is happening. But stay tuned because we have a full encompassing video. Once we do get access to Siri, we'll make a video immediately after that, and I'm excited to show it off, but more importantly, I'm excited to test it out. Let's finish up the video. So as you saw, some of the new features are slowly trickling in. Apple didn't mention a lot of the features that I'm talking about in this video because, again, they really wanted to focus on Siri, but funny enough, Siri AI is still not available. I'm on the wait list. Comment down below if you guys have been able to get access to the new Siri 2.0 through the waitlist in Developer Beta 1. I'm sure Apple's slowly pushing things through, and maybe it's on a first come first serve basis. I installed it as quickly as I could, but like I said, let me know in the comment down below if you're able to access it, and also what you think about the new iOS 27 update. Was it successful? Was it everything that we wanted? Is there still a lot remaining to be seen on exactly what this promise is? Again, I still gotta play around with a lot of these features for me to say, yes, this was what we wanted. But that'll do it. Get subscribed, everybody. If you did make it to the end, leave a little dolphin. And if you guys wanna watch more videos like this one, like the whole recap of WWDC, click on one of these videos right here. Until next time, I'm Fernando. Peace, everyone.